Hello ladies and gentlemen, Paul Flahan here with Paul's iOS Device, going over a quick rundown on what Apple announced today at their iPhone event in Cupertino on September 10th, 2013. Now, you're going to see me reference down. I got a few notes here on my iPad, so keep that in mind. First on the list is iOS 7. They just went over a few hot points today on iOS 7. There really isn't anything new. iOS 7 is a complete redesign of Apple's mobile OS. The new redesigned icons, the lock screen, control center, notification center, and much more. iOS 7 will be available to the public on September 18th, and there was a lot of speculation that the iPad version of iOS 7 will be delayed, but it doesn't look that way. So on September 18th, be sure to download iOS 7 on your iPad. Now, the next two are the hot points that Apple announced. The iPhone 5C, aka the iPhone Color. I like to refer to it as the iPhone Color. I don't really like the iPhone C. But the iPhone C is the second tier iPhone. It is new to the iPhone lineup. The 5C is exactly like the iPhone 5 in almost every internal way. The 5C has an A6 chip, 8 megapixel camera, the same 4-inch Retina display as the iPhone 5. The obvious main difference is the colorful polycarbonate as opposed to the aluminum back. Let me see here. The 5 different colors of the 5C are green, blue, yellow, pink, and white. And the price points are starting off at $99 on a 2-year contract for a 16 gigabyte version. And the 32 gigabyte version is $199. There is no 64 gigabyte version of the 5C. And the 5C is kind of confusing to me for some reason because it is taking the place of the iPhone 5. The iPhone 5 will be discontinued. The free version of the iPhone will be the 4S. So it'll be the 4S free on contract, the 5C starting off at $99 on contract, and the 5S starting off at $199. So there's no more iPhone 5, which is kind of confusing to me. And the 5C is supposed to break into emerging markets such as China. And starting off at $199 on contract instead of free is a bit confusing. I don't know how it's going to fare in emerging markets. So we'll see. And next on the list is the iPhone 5. The iPhone 5S, that is. The 5S is the top tier flagship iPhone for Apple. On the outside is very similar to the design of the iPhone 5. It has always been called the S versions as the iPhone. The iPhone 3GS looked the same as the iPhone 3G, the 4S as opposed to the 4, and now the 5S to the 5. So what sets the 5S apart from the iPhone 5 are these features. The 5S has a new A7 chip with 64-bit architecture, which is the first and only 64-bit on the market. It's pretty impressive for a mobile device such as a phone to have 64-bit. The camera is an 8 megapixel f2.2 aperture as opposed to the f2.4 on the iPhone 5, and a dual LED flash, burst mode, and the ability to record 720p HD video in 120 frames per second, so you get slow motion capabilities. The largest addition to the iPhone 5S is the Touch ID. Touch ID is a fingerprint identity sensor built right into the home button. Touch ID gives you the ability to unlock your device and as opposed to setting a passcode, and can also use for buying anything from iTunes or the App Store. Now the iPhone will come in 3 different colors. There's no more white and black. You get the space gray, which is similar to the black but more gray. You get the gold version, which is more champagne as opposed to gaudy gold. And you get a silver version, which is very similar to the white version of the iPhone 5. Now the price points, the 5S, 16 gig, $199 on contract. 32 gig is $299 on contract, and the 64 gigabyte is $399 on contract. That is just a quick rundown of what Apple announced earlier today. If you're wondering what happened to the iPad and iPod Touch as well as the iWatch, which I don't think the iWatch will be announced anytime this year. But I assume that the new iPad mini, and the new iPod Touches will be announced sometime in October. So keep that in mind. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, give me a thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up button down below. Don't forget to subscribe to see more videos like this. And I really appreciate you watching. Thanks for watching. God bless.